Welcome back, everyone, to SeatStory Cup number 6 here from Happy Feast of Wintervale. I am Ekop, and this is Pavel from Team Millennium, and of course the reigning world champion. How are you doing, Pavel?
Yeah, I was a little bit upset after yesterday I lose, but overall have nice time.
Yeah, and that's
feeling good.
Yeah, that's what SeatStory Cup is all about, right? Like, even if you don't perform as expected in the tournament, you still are definitely going to enjoy yourself here, and there's so much fun to have. And yeah, what we are going to bring you today is the first match from group number H, and or group letter H, I should say. Anyway, it's going to be Lothar versus Maverick, your teammate Maverick from Millennium, versus an old stalwart who is Lothar. So, yeah, definitely two well-known names in the Hearthstone community. And let's see who comes out on top here. We see the lineups from Maverick and from Lothar. Lothar's Shaman got banned, whereas Maverick's Warlock got banned. And right off the bat, the first matchup is going to be Maverick's Face Shaman versus Lothar's Reno Warlock. What do you think about this matchup, Pavel?
I think that it's favorite for Reno Warlock because they have because I think with the new cards like 1/1 Mistress and
yeah, the Mistress of Mixtures. Yeah. Just generally the Reno lock being very built very anti-aggro. So against those decks, it should be very good.
Yes, I think it was favorite even before the expansion for Reno, but now it's even better, especially with the starting hand Mistress, Mortal Coil, and Doomsayer, very strong against Face Shaman.
Yeah. So how do you think those two Flame Wreath Faceless are going to match up in this matchup? They should be really good for the Shaman, right?
Yes, but I think it's a very clunky hand for Shaman. You don't want to have two. And one is okay, but two is too much because you will get overload. Also, you don't want to have two lightning bolts against Reno in the starting hand. You want to have minions, you want to have some pressure.
Yeah, definitely. The pressure is not there. There wasn't even a patches and at the opening for Maverick, which is definitely the start you want.
Yes.
So now Kazakus, obviously one of the key components in a Reno deck nowadays. In the future, they will actually not be called Reno decks anymore. They will be called Kazakus decks, right? When Reno rotates out.
I'm not sure, but I have information that Reno will move to standard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but
that
maybe.
would be pretty cool, actually.
Yes.
All right, Patches comes out to play. Back from his cannon again, and yeah, trading nicely into that Mistress of Mixtures. Lightning Bolt disposes of the Kazakus and then piling in 7 damage at a time here. It lines up pretty nicely with the Overload as well. That one Overload enables him to play the Flame Wreath Faceless on the following turn. Flame Wreath Faceless number 2, so even if one gets dealt
Giant
with,
Lightning, which is also pretty strong.
Yeah. So definitely plenty of good options here from Maverick. Lothar, on the other hand, does have some good tools to deal with aggression still. Tazdingo is going to try to put a stop to this Flame Wreath Faceless. Let's see the Kazakus potion here. 4 damage to all minions, so very nice setup here.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Expecting the Flame Wreath Faceless to run into the Sentient Shield Master, and then the 4 damage would pick off the Flame Wreath. But unfortunately, Jade Lightning prevents that. Yeah, summoning 2 friendly minions is also really nice at this point.
Yes, he can clear board and in the same time summon some minions, which is very strong.
Yeah.
Not the best
you wanted to get
outcome.
that Shield Master back.
Yes. But it's still very strong.
Yeah, but now that that Flame Wreath Faceless, because the Sentient Shield Master did not get reanimated, is once again uncontested, pushing more damage to the face. And now a lot of options here for Maverick. Could go for just another Flame Wreath Faceless.
Yeah, Faceless Totem Golem. But then you can play Aya next turn. But it's stronger on board right now.
Yeah, could also maybe forego the Totem Golem and just Lightning Bolt the Kazakus to maybe protect his Flame Wreath Faceless better. because then on board the Flame Wreath Faceless would not die. But there's plenty of stuff that the Warlock can have that would kill the Flame Wreath
Yes,
Faceless
it's
anyway.
super unlikely that Warlock have no options to deal 1 damage, especially with this amount of cards.
Maverick sees that, chooses to go for the Totem Golem instead. Wise move. And now Lothar at 9 health already and no Reno so far. Does have some tools to defend himself though. With the Sunfury Protector he can taunt up. Yeah.
He can play Abyssal Enforcer, kill double 7/7, but then Totem Golem will survive.
Yeah, he will also take damage in the process if he goes for the Abyssal Enforcer, but a little bit of that will be healed as well, thanks to Mistress of Mixtures.
I like play Mountain Giant and Sun Fury.
Yeah, that seems...
Trade with 7/7.
That definitely seems reasonable.
Extremely reasonable.
Extremely reasonable even. So hard to get through a taunting Mountain Giant as a face shaman. Alright, let's see which option Lothar decided for.
He decided play Hellfire and Demon Wrath, clear all board. Actually like this play.
Yeah, this is definitely unconditional board removal. Nothing remains on the board. Sure, you don't develop a board of your own, but then again, you feel pretty comfortable here. And sure, you wasted a lot of, you used a lot of cards from your hand, so Mountain Giant becomes more expensive, but you will still have enough mana next turn for Mountain Giant and Sunfury Protector if you want. But now going down to 6 health, already in range of a lot of cards that can burst him down. No Lava Burst has been played yet.
Yes, but he already played 1 Lightning Bolt and double Jade Lighting. So only way to kill is... Okay, he chooses the safe line of play, and I like it because I don't see how he can lose with this line of play.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't need stronger ward, and he always can play Mountain Giant with Sun Fury next turn.
Yeah, it does in fact seem that when it comes to minion-based aggression, he can handle that pretty well. All he has to save himself from now is the burst damage. So therefore, healing yourself right there
This is actually pretty strong top deck. Yeah, I mean not for now, but for the future.
Yeah,
he can face this Mountain Giant.
If that Mountain Giant remains undamaged, which it definitely could, then that's going to be big trouble for Maverick, facing down 2 8/8 taunts.
He wanted to get Spell Power Totem.
Yeah, that Maelstrom Portal would have been pretty good if he got that.
Yeah, but now it's very awkward.
Well, it still potentially can clear all of the taunts here.
So I guess you play Lightning Bolt to Giant, trade with Zaya, kill 3/2 down to use.
You can use the Maelstrom Portal first here, see what you get. Maybe you get a Charger.
Actually, I keep Maelstrom Portal for the turn when you roll Spell Power Totem.
Yeah, but you want to clear, you have to play Maelstrom Portal if you want to clear all the taunters right now.
Yes, makes sense. But now it's very strong board for Shaman.
Yeah, with 1 health on the Faceless Shambler, he feels like he doesn't need to dispose of it right now. He would rather just kill it with the Jade Claws or with the Finley, and then keep the Lightning Bolt for more damage to the face. And Lothar, once again, kind of a dead draw here.
Yes, and he needed up, he need search for some better options.
Yeah, it does definitely look like he is in a situation where he needs to have that Reno now. But there's other cards that can save his bacon. So, yeah, for now Lothar is thinking about what he can do with the options available to him right now if he is even forced to live tap. But I think he definitely needs to get something better here.
Yes, I don't think he can survive with cards which he have now on hand. Yeah, he needs to get something better.
Yeah, the Taunt Totem was really annoying here actually. He had the option of just going for the Abyssal and clear the entire board, but because the Taunt Totem was in the way, 1 minion survives here. And now this is it.
He chooses to not life tap, but it's not enough to survive.
The hero Taunt Totem protecting the 4/4 Jade Golem, and alongside the Lightning Bolt, that is enough to close out the game. 1-0 lead for Maverick here. And now Lothar will have to consider his options, what deck he wants to queue into. The Shaman. Yeah, you said the Shaman was, I mean the Warlock was favored, but as we all know, if the Reno Lock never draws the card that names the deck, if it never draws the Reno, then it definitely has a harder time dealing with aggro decks. So yeah, tough break for Lothar here. We'll see how he bounces back in game number 2. So yeah, did you remember the classes that he played? What do you think he's gonna pick now? I don't actually remember.
Yeah, I actually don't remember either. Yeah.
Alright, he has the Priest.
He picked Priest. I think Priest is a good option. It's definitely favorite against Face Shaman, especially with Shadow Word Paint tech.
Yeah, it looks like a very nice curve here for Lothar right away. He doesn't necessarily need to mulligan anything of this.
Yes, he might keep all hand.
Is someone injured?
But this curve for Maverick looks very strong. Coin Totem Golem, which just eat this Cleric, follow up with Tunnel Rock, and then buff it with Feral Spirit.
Yeah, although if he expects the Shadow Word Pain on this turn, sometimes maybe going for the Tunnel Rock right now is also fine, so you can coin out the Feral Spirits and then...
Yes, but you don't want to give Priest cards.
Yeah.
You don't want to let him draw the cards.
Yeah,
so.
Denying the card draw definitely crucial, but now he's in a position where he's forced to do this anyway because of the Shadow Word Pain.
Yes,
so
and now Priest will buff Cleric and you never deal with it. So he will anyway get some cards from this Cleric. And it's already very bad position for Shaman.
Alright, so Feral Spirits are an option here, but that would overload himself. That would make Maverick overload himself. And maybe that's not what he wants if he wants to...
Do you think he should try to roll Spell Power Totem and...
Yeah, that definitely seems like like a good option here. It would allow himself to kill this Talon Priest and not overload himself at the same time. And also not because he doesn't overload himself, he can play the Flame Wreath Faceless on the following turn as well, which is probably the best way to reclaim the board control.
Yes, I think it's way stronger turn if he rolls Spell Power Totem, but I think if he roll another totem, then just lose instantly.
Yeah, especially if the Priest has Shadow Word Death as well, then it's a complete blowout.
But it might be the risk you have to take.
Yeah, certainly. That's usually how it goes in bad matchups, especially when you're so far behind and early on already. You have to take risks, like sometimes really insane risks, but if they pay off, then it's
then
sometimes the only thing that can win you the game. So now what kind of options do we have here? Lightning Bolt, Spirit Claws.
Lightning Bolt is actually a very nice pickup. You might play Spirit Claws.
Yeah, with the
Lightning Bolt to taunt, kill it and trade with Cleric, denied card draw, and play 7/7 next turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some other options to, which you can Lightning Bolt, but it does seem like getting rid of the Cleric seems important.
Okay, actually trade
is
is 3-4.
He's going for the Talon Priest instead.
I mean,
you cannot expect the Priest, especially going into turn 5, to use the hero power anyway all this time. So because there's so many 5-drops for the Priest, so typically you don't expect Priest to use the hero power at that point. therefore ignoring the cleric in that situation was the right move, probably.
Makes sense, but he might would force to trade with stroke anyway.
A Potion of Madness being picked up here for Lothar.
Yeah,
Not useful right now, but he can do some shenanigans with Feral Spirits going forward.
Yeah, it's useless now, but might help later. But I think you don't even need it to win this game. It's Priest so far ahead, and I don't see how Shaman can.
Yeah, can make a comeback here.
Yes.
Well, Jade Lightning is something that helps right now. Not necessarily, like the Jade Golem doesn't really have a big impact right now, but going forward, if Maverick picks up that Aya once again, then eventually the Jade Golems are going to become bigger and maybe pose a problem for the Priest. But it has to, it really takes a good series of draws now for Maverick to reclaim board control and put aggression on Lothar. And it just doesn't look like it's going to happen with all the cards in Lothar's hand. So many good options. Can even have a Flame Wreath Faceless of his own now.
Yeah,
Who's the
I
Shaman
guess,
now?
but actually it doesn't even matter. He win anyway in this situation. Pick Aya instead. What do you think about that? I think if you pick Faceless, then you might play it and Argus it, and
Maybe.
Shaman just never deal with it.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe he just doesn't like
Shaman
overloading
just cry.
himself.
Maybe he just like Jade Golems.
I mean, Aya is a legendary, and Flame Wreath Faceless is only a common. So, guess what's the better card?
Yeah, maybe that's why he played Priest, because have no legendaries and try to steal it from opponent decks.
Alright, Lothar already has so many options, but he wants more. Draws a card to, he heals to draw another card. Picks up a Potion of Madness now.
Just enjoying domination on Shaman.
Yeah. And Maverick sees the domination and it's too much for him.
Yeah.
He throws in the towel
He
and
can't take it anymore.
yeah, Lothar ties up the series. The counter worked out fine here with the Priest to the Shaman. And now it's going to be the game 3. Maverick trying to counter the Priest now. So let's see what he chooses. Of course, Maverick's Warlock is banned, so that's typically a really nice deck to have against Priest. But instead, Maverick does have the Rogue, which is also a very nice
it's
deck.
also very strong against Priest.
So yeah, Lothar, we know that Priest has a tough time against Rogue often enough, but if the Priest is able to curve out properly and put a lot of pressure on the Rogue, then yeah, sometimes Rogue doesn't have enough time to make those miraculous Auctioneer turns happen.
Yes, but look at this hand. He actually might play 6-6-7 on turn 1. Actually, even 8-8. Yeah, but of course he will wait since he can play 1-2 pair, get patches.
Yeah, this
And-
Edwin, he can actually make it
Yeah, next
Wow.
turn he might make it
12-12.
12-12 if he pick up some spell.
Yeah.
And
Alright,
if
let's see.
Priest doesn't have.
Oh, is he gonna go for it? Let's go, Maverick.
Yeah, let's go.
We want to see it. 12-12 Edwin, and then Shadow Word Death is the game-winning move. Or if he doesn't have it, then Edwin just wins.
Yeah, but if he have Shadow Word Death, he just spend all his hand, and he just lose because
Yeah,
he
well-
out of resources. But
That is the ultimate
Yes.
definition of high risk, high reward.
yes, if he doesn't have Shadow Word Death, he just wins the game. And it's actually very unlikely that Priest will have Shadow Word Death on turn 3, because you always mulligan it against Rogue.
It would definitely be a nice continuation of SeatStory Cup tradition. We've seen Savis on the back of
And
like
he goes
insane.
for it.
Yeah, Savis also, back in SeatStory Cup when Savis won that, he also made some insanely large Edwins
Oh yeah, I
happen.
remember this moment.
And now Maverick does the same.
Yeah, and actually Savis won the SeatStory Cup, so maybe Maverick will also won the SeatStory Cup with this play. Oh, he topped the Shadow Death.
Oh!
And look at that Lothar face, he
Wow!
just laughing.
Lothar! And look,
Oh!
the top deck Shadow Death and Maverick sees it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's devastated. Now working with nothing. He's running on
But
fumes.
actually it's 7-2 Pirates.
Yeah, that can still make something happen.
Yeah, he can still...
Oh, but it's just so tough.
Yes.
Yeah, the Buccaneer, it seems like it will get one more attack in, but then the
Yeah, but
Blackwing
then-
Corruptor can handle it.
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, it's actually pretty nice pickup. Push some damage.
Yeah, you can push some damage here, but ultimately, how is Maverick gonna prevail here? It's how can he force
Maybe
that
Leroy.
last couple of damage?
Maybe Leroy, but I believe he don't play Leroy since he play the South Sea deckhand.
Sometimes they play both. Sometimes they actually play both. Like they just play South Sea Deckhand instead of Swashbuckler, maybe, to have an additional charter.
Yeah, it makes some sense, definitely. What do you think about this trade? Does it make any sense?
I'm not quite sure actually. Maybe actually he's playing around the a Potion of Madness.
Potion of Madness?
Yeah, which Lothar actually has. But then again, Lothar does have the Blackwing Corruptor anyway, so it doesn't matter. And now all Lothar has to do is press Hero Power every turn and drop a minion to slowly get out of range. Oh, Defender of Argus also helps big time.
Oh, it's I believe it's the best possible top deck right now.
Yeah, can only sap one of those taunts.
My shield for Argus.
So he just gonna heal himself every turn and out of potentially Leroy.
Leroy double sap.
Yes, Leroy double sub.
Thank you.
Alright, Tomb Pillager trying to challenge that Blackwing Corruptor here.
That's
Sap
actually a pretty nice pickup, especially if he'll find Auctioneer
but
next turn.
another taunt though. Yeah,
Oh,
the,
the Stones, man.
the taunts just keep on coming.
Yeah, just cancer cards.
Not very honorable.
Yes, not make honorable decks going face.
Is someone injured?
Well, Lothar going for additional
Holy
healing.
Nova instead. Push some face damage.
Yeah. Oh, another one drop just being picked up. Not what Maverick needed. He really needed that Auctioneer right on that turn to make something happen, but Small Time Buccaneer is not gonna do it. He can clear the taunt out thanks to South Sea Deckhand. But then what does he even expect to draw to win in
Auctioneer.
the game? Auctioneer then with one coin and a dream.
Yeah, Auctioneer, coin, backstab. Preparation. Actually, he used one backstab already.
And the prep as well.
Yes.
Well, one damage of lethal here.
Never lucky.
Alright, but seems like Lothar has this game locked up. Only thing that can make a miracle happen here now is the Auctioneer, but I doubt that will be possible.
Yeah, I believe it's impossible.
do.
Yeah, it's amazing actually to see how crazy this Edwin was. Like even though it got handled immediately, Maverick still came very close. Just imagine Shadow Word Death showed up one turn
one
later.
turn later,
One turn later, this game would be over already.
Yes, it would be enough.
Tonight, a tale of glory.
Did he get Auctioneer? No.
Nope. And that is probably gonna force Maverick to concede. Sure, he's not dead on board just yet, but the Black and Corruptor now will close out the game, and
Never give
Lothar
up.
takes the lead now. Maverick's counter-queuing the Rogue did not work out in his favor. The high risk did not pay off with the Edwin, and Lothar takes the game. So now Maverick on his last deck with the Druid against Priest, and that is not a matchup he wants.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a favorite for Dragon Priest these days.
Yeah.
Druid is just too slow.
We don't know yet what kind of Druid exactly Maverick is playing. Maybe you know.
No, I actually don't know.
All right. So yeah, we'll find out right now, and it does look like another
Yeah,
Jade Druid here. So yeah, this can be pretty tough. Especially look at this. Look at Lothar's hand. He does run the Bookworm in his deck, which a lot of players have cut, and Bookworm is just amazing against Jade Druid.
Yeah, especially against this 3/6 6-mana taunt.
Yeah, the Jade Behemoth. All right, so Maverick, yeah, does have a fairly okay start here with the ramp as well. Ancient of War, not necessarily the best card, especially considering it. Lothar has the Shadow Word Death in
Especially
hand.
with Shadow Word Death.
But yeah, if he manages to ramp up nicely and then get the card draw going, then Maverick has a shot.
Goes for 1/3 Discover card instead of Cleric. What do you think about that?
Well, he coined it out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is very strange.
I don't like it because you wanna keep coin, especially with this hand. And if you play Cleric and Druid
Yeah,
have no removals, he
Yeah, I don't
can
know
draw
about
the
this.
card.
Like coin is so important to smoothen out your curve. When you're curved, like that's what it's all about, right? You want to have a good play on every turn, and coin helps you with that. So now, kind of wasting the coin. I don't know about this.
Maybe he want to keep his Norsha Cleric to get guaranteed draw, but he just played now on curve.
We'll see if it happens or not. For now, it seems like Maverick is gonna go for that Jade Blossom, unless he really wants to get rid of the Norsha Cleric.
I think you always want to deny card draw from Priest, because Norsha is the only way for Priest to draw a lot of cards, and usually...
I mean, there's also Azure and Draken Operative.
But I mean, if you draw a lot of cards from Norsha Cleric, Priest just becomes unwinnable.
Yeah, it's tough to say, like really. You have to dedicate resources in order to draw cards for a Norsha Cleric that you could have used otherwise, and it's not like losing the Norsha Cleric hurts the Priest so much anyway. Since you do have Azure Drake and Draconite Operative to gain your card advantage as well.
This Twilight Drake seems very strong now for 7 minion.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So now we might see Maverick actually make yet another high-risk play with that Ancient of War, but now he chooses to play it differently. Chooses to extend on the board. Actually, this play is
Yeah, I like this
better.
play because with this play he can play Ancient of War next turn and build a lot of huge Jade Golems.
Yeah, this going wide on the board right now especially is also very nice. There is, even if there was a Dragonfire Potion in Lothar's deck, which there probably isn't, he would not be able to play it just yet, so...
Oh yeah, and in the future he might just trade all of his board and Dragonfire Potion just becomes useless.
Yeah. Now Lothar, 5 mana available to him, how does he deal with his board? The Potion of Madness seems really good here, but he cannot combine it with one of his many 5-drops that he has. So I would assume he's just going to go for a 5-drop here, then use the Potion of Madness maybe the turn after.
Yes, like Discovered Dragon now. Just very strong minion on curve 5-6.
Yeah, chooses to go for the board control approach though, and decides to deal with a 3/3 Jade Golem. Aya Black Paw now being picked up, and that is going to generate a really good Jade Golem here already. It's 5/5.
Oh yeah, but if he played, he can't kill all board. If he play other Drake instead, he can kill this Twilight Drake with hero power.
Yeah, that's true, but look at all the attack that he put on the board
yeah.
with that one card. It's just so good.
It's like 16-14 for 6 mana.
That's insane. Yeah, but that is the power of the Jade Lotus. So, yeah, now Lothar does have the option to go for that Potion of Madness alongside a 5-drop. Has a pretty nice clear on the 5/5 Jade Golem.
Oh yeah, I
and
actually
and
like
the Jade
play
Spirit.
Potion of Madness, trade with 5/5 minion, play character on it.
Yeah, this Ancient of War looks very appealing. A lot of druids don't play mulch anymore, so the Ancient of War, if you steal it, it's very unlikely that the druid will be able to deal with it easily.
Yes, Ancient of War seems like a very reasonable card for a priest.
Yeah, imagine priest had actual access to that. That would be sick.
But it's probably better to steal it from your opponent deck, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Why dedicate deck slots to
Yes.
cards like that when you can get them for free? Alright, well there is a Shadow or Death target on the board.
Yes, but then he can't remove Ancient of War with it. Yeah, but he have to play Shadow of Death now.
Yeah, it's kind of painful to use your Shadow or Death like that, especially considering that you definitely know there's going to be bigger minions coming up. It's not the biggest minion you will
Yeah,
kill with
but
that.
I guess you just hope that he doesn't have it now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't play value game against Jade Druid.
So basically Lothar is now hoping that Maverick never plays a Jade Golem anymore.
Oh yeah.
Alright, and now this Ancient of War, because the Shadow of Death is gone, poses a really big problem here. Unable to deal with it, but maybe Draconite Operative can find something nice. Yeah, Wrath seems like a nice addition to the deck, considering you have Azure Drake in hand.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not like exactly what you want. Probably swipe would be better.
Oh, speaking of swipe,
Oh,
there is a spell damage swipe available to Maverick.
yeah.
Let's see what the best way of clearing this entire board is. Does seem like the Twilight Guardian here is a very nice target for the
yes, I
swipe.
guess you swipe Twilight Guardian. Feral Rage kills the 5 for Dragon.
Yeah, and only
Plays
Twilight
the gun.
Whirlpool remain.
Yeah, and push for some face damage.
Yeah, Lothar does not like what he sees.
Actually, trade instead of using Feral Rage. And I actually like it.
Alright, Holy Nova, not really useful right now. You could combine it with the Wrath, but of course
I
you don't
guess-
develop the board.
I guess you cycle Ras on Azure Drake and then you play Blackwing Character.
Well, yeah, or you could just
Play Ancient of War.
you could also play Azure Drake, see what you get off of that. And
Yes, but I
Wrath.
think you want to get a card from Ras.
Alright. Fair enough. Yeah, and the Blackwing Corruptor of course challenges the Ancient of War very nicely. You just saw a swipe go, so you might not expect this Blackwing Corruptor to die easily. But then again, we see Pharaoh Rage in the hand of Maverick, and that's going to dispose of the Corruptor here. I would have even liked to see the uproot here, unless Maverick is really afraid still
Uproot.
of. Yeah, unless Maverick is
Like a
really
real
afraid
man.
of the Dragonfire potion. Why not? I mean, why not uproot if you expect
Yeah,
your
like-
opponent to not have it?
Go for balls.
Yeah. Alright, very nice Shadow Word Death number 2 for Lothar, but there's the last Shadow Word Death for him. So any other big minion that will come out for Maverick
The
will be
swap is
uncontested.
actually very important top deck, because if he don't deal with Ancient for now, he will not deal with it. He will never deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. It will just get healed up forever, but it does seem like Maverick chooses to go a different route here.
Yeah, I mean, you can just spend all your turn to kill it. Because if he plays swipe and hero power, he don't develop any minions to board.
True.
But now he can buff it.
Buff
Play
it,
Argus.
heal it,
Oh yeah.
everything.
Actually, like, I like play Talon Priest and hero power more than Azure Drake. I think you won't use your hero power in this position every turn.
Well, maybe he's still gonna go for the hero power, and he did pick up the Shadow Word Pain, so gets rewarded for playing that Azure Drake right now, denying Maverick the brand, which would be really important here with the Jade Behemoth.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Jade Behemoth is still gonna be a big threat regardless.
Yeah, and this auctioneer with Jade deal hand is actually very, very strong. Especially if he gets some spells. I guess you want to get Wild Grow now.
Look, 11 cards left in the deck, so if you shuffle some Raven Idols in, then some Jade Idols in, then you have a really high chance of drawing them.
Yes, but technically when you play spell, you draw first and then it shuffles to your deck.
Yeah, of course, but then like you draw other spells,
Yeah.
maybe it's like a Nourish in there as well, so you will see.
My seal for Argus.
Yeah, both players doing their best to fight for the board control. So now, Gadgets and Auctioneer seems pretty good.
Yes, shuffle some Jadels to your deck. And then start.
Oh, look at that, he's
Oh.
going for the Wrath first.
I actually don't see any point to go for the Wrath first, because
Yeah, imagine.
you won't draw another Jade.
Exactly, you want to draw another Jade Idol, right? Like slight missequencing here by Maverick.
Okay, he goes
Oh, he
for
actually
minion
goes for the
anyway.
minion right away. Okay. Well, I guess you're expecting this to already close out the game. That to 88 is already pretty good.
Yeah, I guess.
You know that double Shadow Word Death is gone, of course, so this 88 will be fairly
Yeah,
uncontested.
it might be enough, but look at this. He just
Injured?
plays Holy Nova and draws some cards, and looks like this Jade Golem wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
to
well,
over
there's
the
still
game.
more Jade Golems coming up though. Jade Blossom in hand here. So slowly but surely Maverick will climb back in this game with the Jade if he gets enough Jade Golems.
Yes, he can kill this taunt with Fell Rage, develop another Jade Golem,
Can even push for face damage, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
and push for some face damage, set up the little.
Yeah.
I like it.
Alright, looks like that's exactly what he's going for. Can even use Living Roots to deal with that Defender of Argus. Give Lothar less opportunities to deal with those Jade Golems. Alright, and now Lothar all of a sudden in big trouble. He needs something to defend himself or to handle those minions. But as we all know, double Shadow Word Death is gone. There probably is no Dragonfire potion to deal massive amounts of damage. And yeah, Taunt is also not an option really. Like the Defender of Argus is gone already. Twilight Drake was gone. Twilight Guardian, I mean. And as a Drake, what can it find him possibly?
Argus.
Second Argus, not a thing. And yeah, that is going to be.
That is going to be
the game.
1-2.
Yeah, it's 2-2 now.
Oh yeah, 2-2.
2-2. Maverick tying up the series, and now it's going to come down to the final showdown between these two players. It's going to be Lothar's Warrior versus Maverick's Druid. We have to see what kind of warrior Lothar brings. It's probably going to be Dragon Warrior, I would imagine. Most popular warrior.
Oh, yeah. The most honorable warrior.
The most honorable warrior. You heard it here first from Pavel, the world champion. So yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. You say it time and time again. Patches is the most honorable card in Hearthstone right now. Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, so many decks play it because it's so honorable, right?
Yes, very strong card, very honorable. Designed for honorable decks, for honorable players.
Like yourself, right?
Oh yeah, exactly.
All right. So, all right, it does look like it is in fact. All right, well, it doesn't. Okay, this could still be any kind of warrior. This could still be pirate warrior, but it's most likely going to be dragon warrior, probably. Yeah, especially now that we see the Ragnaros, the top curve, the top of the curve, already being drawn for Lothar. Might mess up his options going forward, having this dead card in hand already for now. But yeah, if the game goes long, then Ragnaros will definitely be very good against Druid.
Oh yeah, especially when you play it on curve.
Yeah, and the curve does seem to shape up very nicely here for Lothar. Can develop the Fiery Warx now. Typically, Druids don't run weapon removal, so this is fairly safe. And then sets up a really nice Frauding Berserker into Cochrane lead. Maverick, on the other hand, he did have the Wild Growth, and now will do his best to clean up those minions here. Living Roots into Hero Power. Could have gone for 1/1s, I suppose.
Yeah, actually, like double 1/1, a little bit more than.
Yeah, if there was like Rusty Hook in play instead of the Fiery Warx, you would not really want to go for those. But yeah, now.
Maybe he thinks that it's Pirate Warrior, not Pirate Dragon Warrior, just.
Yeah, maybe he just doesn't want to take any damage at all. Like, any damage at all. And yeah, also denying the upgrade effect. You're right.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very important to deny it upgrade effect.
From the Bloodsail Cultist. Oh, Cochrane lead comes down. And yeah, if he picks up a Dragon for the Black Corruptor, he's still gonna have a really nice curve going forward. Maverick, of course, has plenty of good solutions here to deal with this. All that oncoming stuff from Lothar. But he does take a lot of damage in the process, already down to 19. However, now with turn 6, with 6 mana Jade Behemoth, 7 mana Ancient of War coming up, Maverick also a really nice curve for him. So Lothar does pick up the Dragon with the Twilight Guardian. This means a lot of aggression from the Blackwing Corruptor.
Actually use it to face damage.
Yeah, very smart move actually. Bringing down Maverick to the crucial number 15 and lower.
Smork is always smart.
Yeah, after all, he can enable himself that Draconid Crusher now. If he draws it. Alright, that is not it. So now picks off the Jade Behemoth here with weapon and the Blackwing Corruptor. And technically on board, this Frauding Berserker is safe. But, the swipe in Maverick's hand, that is going to be an insane blowout here.
Yeah, but he don't develop any minions on board.
Well, he already has them on board.
Yeah, he already have good enough minions. Can play Ancient of War next turn. And Warriors usually doesn't run any executes now. So.
Well, those 1/1s will die one by one, courtesy of Rusty Hook, you would imagine. And then Ragnaros eventually is gonna deal a lot of damage. It could actually close out the game very fast.
Oh yeah.
But now, of course, Ancient of War trying to put a stop to that game plan.
Ragnaros 1-1 token killer.
Yeah, it's amazing how well Ancient of War now protect the saplings, so Ragnaros is a really bad play now.
I mean, it's a good play if you can snipe it to Ancient of
Oh,
War.
that's true, yeah. He's even going for it, yeah, he believes in the rag. Goes to the face, that's also a target
Yeah, it's
he wanted
also
to hit.
okay. Second best target. Not too bad.
But now Ragnaros can be dealt with here, potentially. But it seems like Maverick is gonna ignore it. Or actually, yeah, he probably is
Yeah,
gonna
you can't
ignore it.
really trade all your board to Ragnaros. And you need to take another damage with hero power.
There was
Kill
of course the option to just like run the sapling into the 1 health taunt and then use the Wrath for 3 damage with the Ancient of War to deal with the Ragnaros, but when you're in a position where you feel like you can ignore it because your board is very large.
Yeah, I mean, he have less cards in hand than
Yeah.
Warrior.
Exactly, like he needs...
So he needs to end
take
this
some
game
risks.
quickly.
Alright, Ragnaros once again hitting.
Oh.
Again to the face!
Good rag, Smork.
Completely denying the Pharaoh Rage right away. And once again, 1 rag hit of lethal here.
Smart Ragnaros.
Very smart. Well, Maverick is gonna do his best. We're probably gonna continue with the same game plan, just ignore
develop
the rag.
minions.
More minions on the board. But how much you wanna bet rag is just gonna hit face again?
I guess he will hit face again.
Double Jade Golem being spawned thanks to Bran. And another one from the Jade Idol. So maximum board spam.
Set up the lethal.
Sets up lethal, but yeah.
It looks
All
like
it
Ragnaros.
takes is 1 aimed hit from Rag. And Lothar is gonna pray to RNGesus here. Yeah, that doesn't help with anything on the board right now.
The game will decide by Rag.
Ezra Drake might be helpful to find
Okay,
something.
he just play 2 towns. I like
Yeah,
it.
2 taunts, does that help actually?
Yeah, I guess it's help if Ragnaros
Kills the minion, yeah.
kills Ancient of War or maybe for Jade.
Alright,
Golem.
let's see. Ah,
No.
very unfortunate.
Yeah. Very not smart move from Ragnaros.
Alright, Nourish, Maverick trying to find something to give himself lethal here.
That's not it.
That's not it. So the Fierce Monkey is actually doing some serious work here.
Actually, just save him.
Yeah. That is so unlikely that this Nourish whiffs completely. But Maverick did have a lot of early, like
Yeah,
a lot of removal in the early game already. So
He can innervate Aya, play Jade Idol,
yeah,
and have 7 minions on board again.
true. But he doesn't clear the rag.
Yeah, but it looks like it's a smart Ragnaros, so it's very likely that he'll hit face again.
Alright, we're in the same situation once more. What is Ragnaros gonna do?
Let's see what he decides. He actually could have traded 1 Vine token and play another Jade Idol.
Ezra Drake is gonna try to find something to do with 1 health minions here. Doesn't find it, and now it all comes down to this. Ragnaros, 1 out of 8. Who's the insect?
Okay.
Oh
No.
no! Lothar aimed.
Maybe
Lothar showed him the way.
yeah. Maybe he should have. Maybe he should have showed it to the face.
Yeah, should have aimed at the face,
Yeah.
right? Aim at face, and then Ragnaros aims there.
So he just misplayed. Yeah.
Definitely a misplay right there. I mean,
What a bad play.
why would he show Ragnaros way
Yeah.
to attack? Come on. Anyway, that is gonna be it. Maverick wins the game in a very close series, 3-2. So
Yeah,
congratulations to him.
Maverick.
And he will, of course, not win. You will face the winner
Yeah.
of the next match between Jackie Chan and Orange. So that match is coming up right after this. And yeah, hope you guys stay tuned. Also check out all the action on the A stream, where we have most of our viewers. But yeah, of course, always tune back here to see more action from group number H. So yeah, I'm Ekop. This is Pavel, and thank you guys for tuning in. See you soon with the next match between Orange and Jackie Chan.